Welcome to this article review. Today's article review will focus on 3 key banking habits of millionaires. In this quick article review, I just want to call out all of these habits everyone can be doing. Everyone who's disciplined and committed to building their financial wealth over the long term can do these habits. Before we jump into this article review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Now, sit back, relax, and get ready for another article review from the Next Chapter team. First and foremost, I want to give a quick shout out to the Motley Fool team. The Motley Fool has put together this article calling out the 3 key habits of millionaires. First, let's call out the references here. So this article is based on 2 major pieces of information. First, a survey that conducted by the Motley Fool of over 3,000 high net worth individuals. And second, the findings of an author named Tom Crawley, who interviewed hundreds of millionaires and non-millionaires for his book, Rich Habits and Poor Habits. So again, 2 big points of reference with a lot of information, so a lot of data points to support this. All right, the first habit is millionaires have easily accessible cash. And what they mean by easily accessible cash, in case of emergencies. This is an emergency fund. Millionaires have emergency funds to help them protect themselves. In fact, it calls out from a survey that 34% of these millionaires surveyed, so over 3,000 individuals or households were interviewed, 34% of them had cash or cash equivalents to handle emergencies. So let's talk about what cash or cash equivalents really is. Cash or cash equivalents is going to be things like dollars in savings accounts, high yield savings accounts, and even possibly certificates of deposits known as CDs. These could also be in money market accounts, right? And these are in places that are easily converted to general cash to handle emergency. So they're not 401ks. They're not IRAs. Why? Good highlight is a 401k and IRA. If you make withdrawals for non-qualified challenges, you will pay a penalty if you're under the age of 59 and a half. So these millionaires played it smart. They kept this money in safe spots that accrue some interest to probably grow. These high interest savings account to grow little. In the last 2 years, it's been growing nicely at 4 and 5%, but it's growing, but it's safe. It's not impacted by the market. It's not like in a single stock where if you have $10,000 of a single stock and the stock takes a hit of 12 or 13% because of some factor around that stock and you just happen to need that money around that hit time, you are in a bind. You're in a troubled spot. You thought you had 10,000 and you do not have 10,000. So again, this is a great point. These millionaires kept their money in emergency money in cash equivalent spots. They did not keep them in investments. I like that the article calls out why. This helped millionaires avoid high interest debt, reduce stress, and kept them in the position to invest consistently. That is awesome. They call out the why. Next up, millionaires check their balances. So number 2, these millionaires surveyed check their balances. In fact, the article calls out 96% of self-made millionaires check their balances at least monthly. Now when I'm coaching people and working with people, I tell them at least weekly, in particular right before their weekend starts, on a Thursday or Friday before the weekend starts. Why? Because then they can see a perspective of exactly where they are, what's coming up, and they can make good decisions on their spending over the weekend. So again, the article calls out that they checked it monthly, at least monthly. And it's great because it helped them avoid things like overdraft fees. It helped them stay in front of expenses. And if they had several accounts, they connected them all to a budgeting app so they could see it all in one spot. So this is a great point. Check your balances. Get in the habit of checking your balances. It'll help you avoid financial mistakes. It'll help you avoid those overdraft fees. It'll help you avoid issues. It will help you also be very intentional to help you pay down debts if you're in that cycle, or consistently invest if you're building up wealth for preparing for retirement. Again, overall, checking your balances, being intentional. These are the habits of millionaires. So you know what? You might want to consider taking them on too. The third and final habit, and I like this one, millionaires avoided credit card debt. And in fact, that the article calls out 3% of the individuals surveyed, self-made millionaires surveyed, only 3% of them actually carried credit card balances. The other 97% said, no thank you. They paid off the balance every month. Or if you're like me, I paid off weekly. That's right. I go into every weekend paying that off. I do not want to have to deal with that. Further calls out, you know what? These millionaires said, I don't want to be part of the $1.2 trillion of credit card debt at the time of the article this was posted. So according to the Federal Reserve of New York, according to this article, about $1.2 trillion in credit card debt is out there. And you know what? I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of the vast of individuals who are growing their wealth and reaching that millionaire status. And maybe if I'm lucky, if I work hard enough and enough factors come together for me, I'll become a decamillionaire. That means over $9 million. So $10 million plus. That would be awesome. That'd be something really amazing. But either way, even just becoming a millionaire would be fantastic. It would help me achieve my bigger life goals and have me be in a position to retire in a very, very comfortable position. One last overarching key takeaway. It is clear from this article and from the various articles I've read before that self-made millionaires are always working to make sure they grow the gap of their income to their expenditures, their spending, so they could use that excess leftover. So that's right, your total income less your total expenses, and what's left, they use a good portion of that to enjoy some life and save and invest. By doing that saving, investing over time, you could build up wealth to achieve your long-term goals. So hope you enjoyed the article review. So many more to come. Let's get charged up. Let's follow these 3 habits and many more good habits to become a millionaire and build that generational wealth if that's what you want to do, but really live the life you want with low financial stress, gain that financial freedom, and be able to do what you want financially. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hey, 3 banking habits of millionaires. First, millionaires have easily accessible cash in an emergency fund. These emergency funds are usually high yield savings accounts, money market accounts. You know what they're not? They are not IRAs. They are not 401ks. And they are not single stocks. These are in places that are going to go up in value. They're not going to go up and down, rock and roll in balance. They're just going to go up real slow. Nothing special here. Easily converted to cash and easily helps them deal with emergencies. Second up, millionaires check their balances a lot. They are never caught off guard. They're checking that balance at least monthly. This is a great habit for millionaires and people who are preparing to become a millionaire over the long term. And finally, millionaires avoid credit card debt. That's right, they're never paying credit card interest. Instead, they're focusing on paying off their balances, investing consistently, having a healthy emergency fund, and building wealth over the long time. I want my interest to be in my investment accounts and my IRA. I do not want it to be in the hands of credit card companies.
Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for our high yield savings account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here. And please enjoy and see you in the next video.